ठीक है, अब देखते हैं हीट जोन ऑफ द अर्थ। हीट जोन कौन कौन से अर्थ के? सबसे पहला आता है टॉरिड जोन। टॉरिड जोन क्या होता है? द मिड डे सन इज एग्जैक्टली ओवरहेड at least once a year on all latitudes in between the tropic of Cancer and tropic of Capricorn. This area receives the maximum heat and is called torrid zone. Temperate zone कौन से होते हैं? The midday sun never shine overhead on any latitude beyond the tropic of Cancer and tropic of Capricorn. The angle of such sun rays goes on decreasing toward the pole. As such, the area bounded by tropic of Cancer and tropic of Circle and the Arctic Circle in northern hemisphere and the tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in southern hemisphere. The moderate have moderate temperature. इसके लिए इसको temperate zone कहते हैं। एक आता है frigid zone, area lying below the Arctic Circle in northern hemisphere and beyond Antarctic Circle in southern hemisphere are very cold. It is because here the sun does not rise much above the horizon. Therefore, its rays are always slanting and provide less heat. इसलिए इनको फ्रिजिड जोन भी कहते हैं, जोन भी कहते हैं इनको। ठीक है, अब हम पढ़ेंगे लॉन्गिट्यूड या फिर जिनको मेरिडियन भी कहते हैं। ठीक है, longitudes are imaginary lines that run vertically from North Pole to South Pole, dividing the Earth in eastern and western hemisphere. They measure angular distance east or west of prime meridian. Unlike latitude, they are not parallel and converge at poles. Also, unlike parallel of latitude, the meridian of longitude are of equal length. These lines of reference are called the meridian of longitude. So to further imply the longitude is simplify, the longitude is the angular distance of a place east or west of prime meridian measured in degree from the earth center. So to further simplify, the longitude is the angular distance of a place east or west from prime meridian measured in degree from the earth center. Zero meridian or prime meridian. It passes through a Royal Astronomical Observatory at Greenwich near London. All other meridians radiate eastward and westward of the prime meridian up to 180 degree. ठीक है, अब आते हैं divisions of longitude. Each degree is further divided into minutes and minutes into seconds. They are semicircles and the distance between them decreases steadily polewards until it becomes zero at poles, where all the meridian meets. Longitude measurement unit. The longitude of a place is followed by letter E for east and W for west. It is, however, interesting to note that 180 east and 180 west meridian are not on the same line. Important function of latitude. Two important functions determine local time and date. डेट और टाइम के लिए यूज होगा ये। ठीक, longitude and time. The meridian of longitude have a critical role in determining local time relative to GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. Mm, the meridian of longitude, जो longitude meridian of longitude have critical role in determining local time relative to GMT, also known as world time. This is because Earth rotation create a consistent relationship between longitude and time. ठीक है, and how does this work? Prime meridian as a reference point. prime meridian at 0 degree longitude in Greenwich, England is starting point for all measuring time. When the sun is at its highest point, directly overhead at Greenwich, it is 12 noon there. ठीक है. All location along this meridian experience noon simultaneously. Earth rotation and time difference. The Earth rotates 360 degree in 24 hours, which means it rotates 15 per hour and 1 degree every 4 minutes. This rotation causes a time difference as we move eastward and westward of Greenwich. Places east of Greenwich ahead, places west of Greenwich behind GMT. मतलब यहाँ पे टाइम बढ़ेगा, यहाँ पे कम होगा टाइम. ठीक है. Example in time calculation, if it 12 at Greenwich at 15 degree east, the local time is 1 hour ahead. ठीक है. आपके कैसे 15 है. If it's 12 noon at Greenwich, then at 15 east was the time. Time find time at 15 degree east. Other taste. At 180 degree longitude, the time is exactly. ठीक है. At 180 degree longitude, the time is exactly 12 hours ahead or behind GMT. When it's 12 noon at GMT, the midnight at 180 degree. The significance of this system lies in the fact that it helps create standard time zones, ensuring consistent timekeeping. अब इसका YouTube से इसकी वीडियो समझेंगे अब हम. अब आगे समझेंगे इसको। चाय बाग का टाइम, इंटरनेशनल डेट टाइम। In India, its vast longitudinal extends roughly 29 degree, and the local times of places which are on different meridians are differ bound to differ in India. Okay, bound to differ in India. In India, for instance, there will be a difference of about 1 hour and 45 minutes in the local time of Dwarka in Gujarat, and Dibrugarh in Assam. However, it can create political difficulties like managing railway time, bank and office timing. It is therefore necessary to adopt the local time for some of central meridian of the country as standard time of the country. Thus, the longitude of 82.5 degree east, which passes almost across the center of India, longitudinal extent is treated as standard meridian, and the local time at this meridian is taken as standard time for the whole country. ठीक है. Some countries have great longitudinal extent, so they adopted more than one standard time. For example, in Russia, there are many as 11 standard times. The Earth has been divided into 24 time zones of 1 hour each. Thus, each cover 15 degree of longitude. Chai Bagan time. As discussed above, India has vast longitudinal extent. This also means the sun rises almost 2 hours early in northeastern part of India. Thus, people in these regions start work at the same time as in other part of the world, India. Thus, they will end up in the dark in the evening, making it difficult to work efficiently. This assumes greater significance for worker in tea garden of Assam, as the work is dependent on sunlight. Thus, to conserve energy and improve productivity, the worker in tea garden are following an informal time based on cycle of sun since uh, pre-independence time. This has come to be known as Chai Bagan time or Bagan time. The term Chai Bagan translates to tea garden. This is 1 hour ahead of IST. However, for its official purpose, Assam has following IST since independence. In the past, the administration of Indian state of Assam had put forward a proposal to change its time zone back to Chai Bagan time. However, Indian government refused to accept such proposals. ठीक है, तो इंटरनेशनल डेट टाइम. Hmm. The international date line is an imaginary line that runs from North Pole to South Pole that passes through Pacific Ocean. It marks the beginning of each calendar day. It located halfway around the world from the prime meridian which run through Greenwich, England. Along the international date time, the date changes exactly one day when it's crossed. A traveler crossing the date line from east to west loses a day, while crossing date from west to east, she or he gains a day. Traveling eastward around the globe causes the traveler to lose 24 hours or one day. For example, 180-degree east is GMT plus 12 and 180 west is GMT minus 12. Hence, the difference between them is 24 hours. And that is the time difference on either side of IDL is 24 hours. So the date changes as soon as cross the IDL. Okay. The international date line does not follow a straight path. It bends around certain islands like those in Polynesia, Melanesia, Micronesia, as well as Bering Strait. If it was straight, it would split island or island groups into different date zones. To prevent confusion, the zigzag line to accommodate this. Some areas along the date line use Asian and New Zealand time, while the other follow American time and dates. The international date line is an imaginary around 180 degree longitude. Cross ideal from west to east. One day goes back by one day. One by one day. Why this happen? By Earth rotate करेगी west to east. So time increase as we go east. After completing 360, we must adjust the date to avoid confusion. Case 1, east to west crossing. Opposite Monday before crossing. Ideal after crossing Sunday. East west crossing. Left. And how this happen. Step 1, Earth rotation. Earth rotates from west to east because of increase in time. ठीक है, और यहाँ से यहाँ तक घूमेगी। फुल साइकिल प्रॉब्लम और 24 hours टाइम 360 minutes 27 when you travel there. The problem, no correction is made after completing full round the one day. हाँ तो ये हो गया हमारा ग्रीन मीन टाइम का। अब आगे देखें। हो गया, अब इसका आ गया कॉन्सेप्ट। देखते क्या है आगे का। अब थोड़ा उसको पढ़ेंगे जो हमें दे रखी है बुक। Geography get geo plus graph literally means the description of Earth. Greeks are supposed to be the first geographer of the world. Eratosthenes coined the word geography and it defined it is the study of earth as home of man. ठीक है. Geography एक rich subject है as it studies nature, man and their interaction. Geography is governed by method rather by specific body of knowledge and this method is called spatial analysis. What do you mean by spatial analysis in terms of geography? ठीक है. Geography का methods. Every science attempt discovering an order in the apparent chaos of nature, human society, chaos, chaos. Every science attempt discovering an order in the apparent chaos of nature, human society. Chaos, chaos, chaos. Yeah, science is a deadly enemy of uniqueness. Geography is being a special science could at land from Earth's surface configuration like and assemblage of landform in the given region. Uh, Science that attempts to determine Earth's size and shape by survey and mathematical calculation. Also, in 1687, Sir Isaac Newton postulated that the round Earth, along with other planets, could not. Until this time, this physical perfection model was the basic notion of Odyssey. Newton reasoned that Earth is slightly misshapen by the spinning, making it bulge through the equator and flatten at poles, or albeit geoid. Today, the Earth is considered geoid. Geoid का मतलब होता है means that the shape of Earth is uniquely Earth-shaped. Slightly flattened polar diameter of Earth is approx 12,714. Slightly bulging equatorial diameter is approx 12.756 km. The percentage variation of Earth from the true spherical sphere is 0.3%. Besides aspiration.